Hi, in today's video we're going to look at how we can connect Sitecore CDP to our environment. In this scenario we're just going to use a basic HTML page and that's what we're going to connect Sitecore CDP to, and we're going to actually see how a view event is pushed or created and pushed to Sitecore CDP. In later videos in the series, we're going to look at how we do that in Next.js and how we can start personalizing there, but I wanted to keep it very simple and very basic pages at the start to focus on actually the connection with CDP. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually go to my environment. Here, my CDP environment. I'll go into system settings, point of sale, and it's important to create a point of sale because this is your site. You may use CDP for multiple sites and you want to differentiate between the interactions that are happening across these sites. So it's important to go to your point of sale and create a new one. So when you go in and say create a new point of sale, you need to write its name here. So I'm going to write Sitecore CDP, for instance, as my name. I'll write my market, Dusan, and my brand, and then we add the timeout in minutes. Usually it's 20 minutes or 40 minutes depending on how long you want your session to stay alive before it ends. I'm not going to create one now because I already have one. So once that's created, the next step is to actually go to your page and create the information itself. Now, the documentation for Sitecore CDP is really good, especially the technical documentation. And you'll see here inside of it, it has the JavaScript tagging example for web page. And within that, it has like the activating JavaScript. And that's really what we need to use. It has here your client key, your target, your cookie domain, your JavaScript library version, point of sale, Webflow target, Webflow config, as well as the importing of the BoxEver library asynchronously. I'm going to actually show you how mine looks like after filling up these, and we're going to go through it as well. So here you can see I have my client key, which again, I'll show you how to get. My target, my cookie domain, which is ultimately localhost 5500 because I'm just in localhost. My JavaScript library, my point of sale I'll just add now because this is something I already have. I've created it. So I'll just give it its name here for each one, and I'll put it here in point of sale as well. And then my Webflow target is really important for personalization scenarios, which we're going to see later on in this video series. And then I'll push an actual event. So that's a view event. You can see here the type is view and this channel is web, language English, currency United States dollars, and then it's just putting the location, the current location ultimately, or the href for the current location. And again, I have my point of sale and I'm adding this event to the queue. Now that I'm done with all that, what I need to do is actually run the page. So what I'm going to do is go back here, and before I run the page, of course, I need to add my client secret. So let me show you where to get that from. So from here, and then system settings, API access is where you'll see your client key and your API token. You just need to copy your client key and add it directly in your Visual Studio Code or in your configuration. Now that I've done that, I'll refresh this page. And what I'm going to do is in my console, I'm just going to write boxever.getID. What this will do is it will get me this user's ID, and here is the ID, and then I'll go back to CDP or BoxEver URL, and what I'll do there is I'm going to actually go to my guests, and because I'm searching by ID, I'm going to write BID colon and then write the ID, and you'll see that my visitor has visited less than a minute ago because we just visited now. And of course, from here, you can see all the details about this visitor, like when they visited previously, their different event debug, the timeline. And one thing you'll see here that I have is that cog or that wheel here that's showing everywhere. And that's the debugging option. To turn that on, you just need to go to your name here and then feature flags and then choose debug as enabled. You may have other features as well, depending on whether you're an admin or not within that environment. So thanks for watching.